My guests are ready. This will be speaking, like I mentioned earlier, I'll be speaking to Refiga Heavyweight. He's a former artist and founder of Grandpa Records. I'll also be speaking to Shadrach Mutungi. They'll be talking to us about giving back to the society during COVID-19. Remember that we are still continuing the discussions around coronavirus pandemic. You're seeing how different sectors are trying to help fellow citizens, help individuals during this pandemic time. And what we'll be drawing from them is what they are doing in terms of ensuring that the society, their fellow citizens, are well taken care of. Of course, this is in terms of information. This is in terms of ensuring they get basic commodities such as food. But before we go to the entire aspect of what they do in terms of giving back to the society, let me just start with Refiga Heavyweight. Former artist, founder of Grandpa Records. Before we go to the whole aspect of what he does as a person, let's begin with understanding who is Refiga and what was your upbringing like. Refiga, talk to us.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hi, Refiga ni mtoto wa Kibra. I
Yeah.
was born and bred in Kibra.
Okay.
Actually, I understand Kibra like vidole zangu.
The palm of your hands.
Yes. Naelewa vizuri sana. So, of course, to be brought up in a place like Kibra, it's not an easy life.
Yeah.
It's a life of struggle and surviving. And that's one of the reasons I understand what's going on right now in Kibra. And that's why I'm on the front line doing what I'm doing.
All right, you're saying that you are on the front line in doing what you're doing, and we'll be unpacking more of that in a bit. But let's talk about what is your biggest most motivation. What would you say is your biggest drive, even as you're on the front line trying to help your fellow citizens? What would you say that, enyewe mimi kama Refiga, this is my biggest drive, this is my biggest motivation as a person?
My biggest motivation as a person, I always just look at the previous day where I was.
Yeah.
That is always my biggest motivation, and it keeps me going. Whenever I see where I come from, it motivates me a lot to want to achieve even more.
So your biggest motivation is where you're coming from and your upbringing, probably even the things that you went through
Yes.
as a person.
Yes.
All right. Okay, now you are a former artist. You're also the founder of Grandpa Records. Now, coming to the artist's point of view, we have seen different artists across the globe in different countries coming out in large numbers, trying to help people, especially people in informal areas, people that are vulnerable. Do you think that artists are doing enough in this country to help people?
Basically, at this time, I think it would be a bit personal. It's just like you as a human being. You get to know who is your friend during tough times. Yeah. So when you say about artists, I think that one goes beyond you singing or you DJing or whatever you do for you to be called an artist. Now your personality comes out, the type of a person that you are. It's just like right now when you're asking for help,
Yeah.
not each Kenyans will give you help.
Okay.
Yeah, not everyone will give you a helping hand.
Yeah.
So basically, I've seen artists like for instance, if I talk about my initiative, what I am doing, there's artists who have joined, who are supporting what I am doing. Actually, not only in Kenya,
Yeah.
across in East Africa. Even I have people as far as London. Yeah, who are also supporting the cause. There are those who don't bother. They're just okay. So basically, it's just someone, depend with someone.
All right, so when it comes now to you as Refiga, what exactly have you been doing in helping people in Kibra? What kind of activities have you been engaging in?
Mainly, I started an initiative called Simama na Kibra.
Yeah.
Simama na Kibra is a food drive. First of all, actually it's 1 week old. First of all, we started by doing the mapping to identify the orphans, widows,
Yeah.
vulnerable families. So we came up with 4,300 families who are really, really in need. So after identifying the family, that is when we started the fundraising of Simama na Kibra Food Drive. So yesterday, we launched our first distribution. We managed to distribute food to 98 homes.
Okay.
Yes. So basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm working with a group of imams in Kibra and group of pastors in Kibra. Religious leaders have a very good network when it comes to that.
All right. So, and we really appreciate your efforts in what you're doing to help your fellow citizens. Now, aside from just ensuring that they get food, what other things are you giving them? Because you also know that there's the aspect of face masks, which have become a necessity, aspects
I,
of getting water, sanitizer. So what more probably are you doing?
yeah, basically, like when we started yesterday, we were giving out face mask.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't have enough sanitizers yesterday,
Yeah.
but face mask, we're giving out face mask yesterday. But we are working on the second phase of distribution. We are trying to get more and more sanitizers.
All right. And so, yes, in as much as you're doing this as a person and you had this vision of beginning this initiative, who has also been helping you? Would you say in terms of family, friends, colleagues, which kind of support have you been getting to ensure that this course becomes effective and efficient?
I feel like I call it Simama na Kibra by Refiga and
Yeah.
friends. So I've invited a lot of my friends who are supporting. There's well-wishers who are seeing it on social media and they are supporting.
Okay.
I have friends, artists like Waire, Chameleon, Jua Kali, DJ Shiti, the head of recruitment, Crystal Palace Football Club in London, Says Home Lewis. They are all supporting this.
Okay. So Refiga, how would you say this process has been like so far in terms of impact? What have you noted? What have you spotted since when you've begun? How has it been so far?
What I've spotted is actually people, especially in the slums.
Yeah.
I think the government and different bodies need to put more effort. Most people still don't know the effect of corona.
Okay. Even up till now?
Up to now, I'm telling you, people are walking around. They are not putting on masks. When they see police, that's the time they are running around looking for masks. It's like they are doing it for the police. It was very sad. I saw it yesterday. And I think more effort needs to be put, especially in informal settlements like Wangware, Kibira. Yeah.
When you talk about okay, so when you talk about more efforts need to be put, because you've just cited reasons that people still do not see the effect of this pandemic and they would run around to wear masks just after seeing police. When you talk about more efforts, what exactly are you saying, or which kind of efforts would you like to see added?
Like for me, I think people need to be educated about that. They need to understand about corona, how someone gets infected. If you don't put on mask, if you don't sanitize, what happens to you? Because I'm telling you, there are some people who still don't believe this.
They still
Yes,
don't
there's some
believe
people
it's
who
real.
still believe. Yeah, they still don't believe it's real.
Okay.
Maybe because and right now there's a lot of rumors flying right, left, and center. So
Yeah.
some people are not taking it serious.
All right. Now, speaking about rumors flying left, right, and center, there has also been a lot in regards to misinformation. People still do not understand, like just the way you've mentioned, do not understand the magnitude of this disease. So even as you go about your business in terms of distributing face masks, distributing food, what have you been telling the residents there in regards to misinformation and getting proper information?
Yes, basically we've been doing that. Like the basic knowledge that we have about putting masks, sanitize, we've been talking to them. But now you see it's different because when we are distributing food,
Yeah.
we don't have much time to do that.
Okay.
Because like yesterday we are covering like 2 villages in Kibra.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 villages, 98 families. Moving around was not easy. We started 6:30 in the morning, we finished at 4 p.m. So basically, we need another group
Yeah.
to be doing it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yes, in as much as yes, you're saying that as you're distributing food, you know, your main agenda is to give them food. But even as you come back to the whole aspect of getting proper information, in as much as you've been trying to at least give info here and there, would you say that residents there have been receptive? Have they been taking in proper information? What would you say about that?
Basically, actually, when you take time to them,
Yeah.
time with them and talk to them, some people understand.
Okay.
Some people get to understand. But that's where I'm telling you again, we need like a whole team that is doing that from morning to evening, talking to people.
All right. Also, as a former artist and founder of Grandpa Records, right now we know that a lot of youths are at home, and even for those that might be gifted and talented, what is Grandpa Records doing to ensure that even these youths, when they are at home, their talents can still be discovered, their gifts can still be nurtured? Are you doing anything in regards to that?
Yeah. You see, with production, it's very easy.
Okay.
It's very easy. These days, you can do it online.
Yeah.
Basically, when there's a new talent or even an established talent, you can always talk and they can send you the idea, and production can be done on the other side and send an email, and you can voice on the other side and send it back. So basically, in terms of production, it's business as usual.
So how has that been coming along? Have you got in fresh talent or new gifted persons during this time?
Not yet, but I've just found a lot of people who are singing song about Corona.
So you've been finding people singing songs about Corona.
Corona, I say they are singing, it's good, but it's not enough.
Okay. Again, also, as a former artist, are you doing anything in terms of providing mentorship again for the same youth that might be at home in this time, the same talented and gifted young persons? Are you providing any mentorship, any guidance to them in
I
that
do that a
specific
lot.
area?
For now, I do that in Kibra because that's where I spend most of my time, like almost on a daily basis. Yeah. Due to the program that we are doing, Simama na Kibra. So in between, I always get together with youths. I talk to them. So in Kibra, I do that a lot.
Okay. Also, you talked about, yes, and I know your major agenda and major goal is distributing this food to these vulnerable persons. But how often do you go there? Yes, yesterday you were there and you distributed food, but how often do you go to maybe specific villages or specific estates in in Kibra area? How often do you do that?
Every day I'm there.
Every single day.
Every single day I'm in Kibra. Every single day. Actually, I spend my whole day in Kibra because, like I told you, there's a process, of course.
Yeah.
After doing the mapping, there's verifying, there's stages.
All right. Also, there's another aspect of people not trusting the government. Remember, the government has given so many directives so far. At least there's the stay-at-home directive, people wearing face masks, just the way you're explaining to us. But we also understand that some people do not trust the government, especially when the government says, stay at home. Some just think that, the government doesn't want us to go out and work and make money. Have you encountered such persons who say that, I don't really, Kenya government asema, I don't believe it. And how do you deal with that?
Mine, I don't think I've met such people, but the people I've met is he can just get out of his house because of hunger. He can get out of his house because he doesn't have money. Yeah, people are just desperate at this time. Yeah, these are the kind of people I've met.
So you've not actually met people that are saying, for me, I don't trust what the government is saying?
I've not met one.
Okay. And what about the students that might be anxious? Because also as you go about, these activities of giving food to these vulnerable persons, I want to believe that there's also a good number of students, people that probably in high schools or even primary schools, that might be anxious, saying that, I'm not sure if I'll sit for my exams. I'm not sure if I'll move forward. Do you encounter such kind of students? And probably if you do, what do you tell them?
I've met a number of them, actually, even some parents who are worried.
Okay.
Especially those who say we've already paid school fees and now what's going to happen, But I keep on telling everyone, no one was expecting Corona, not even the government. Yeah, it's a pandemic all over the world. So I told them the most important thing is let's get our country back. Let's all be safe, Even if it means you'll sit for exams next year, it's better. Get there when you're alive.
All right. Now, would you say that the community groups are doing enough? Because from what I'm getting from you is that you are in the community level, even just as a community person, you're trying to help your fellow community members. Do you think that community groups are doing enough? And probably if not, do they need to do more?
they are doing more than enough. They
Okay.
just need support from different organizations. You see, like for me, it's me and my friends and well wishers who
Yeah.
join hands.
Yeah.
We are doing what we can be able to do. Yeah. So there's a lot of people, like I can tell you, like right now we are doing the food door to door.
Yeah.
Is like every village we have youth groups who are volunteering to help us take the food door to door.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are doing more than enough,
All
if you
right.
ask me.
And now
Yeah.
that brings the aspect of even what the president did in terms of acknowledge community groups was a good thing.
Yes, yes, it was a very good thing.
Okay, so what more, in terms of assistance probably, would you need more assistance probably from the government to ensure that whatever you're doing in helping your fellow community members is effective? Because, you know, sometimes there's a whole aspect of getting money even to get this food for these persons. So would you want more assistance from the government? And if more assistance, what kind of assistance would you want?
Of course, it's the assistance that is needed now. We
Yeah,
need more food.
okay.
We need more sanitizers. We need more gloves. We need more masks. Yes, this
More,
is what we need from the government. Yeah,
more
yeah,
food, more masks to ensure that your cause is effective. Okay, so
yes,
even as you
exactly.
try to bring the conversation to a close, in terms of opportunities, and yes, you are saying that it is now time where we are resorting to online platforms and production continues. But let's talk about opportunities at Grandpa Records, especially for the young adults and the youths. What kind of opportunities does this production house have for these young adults?
I think in history, if you
Yeah.
know the history of musical records, I don't think there's any record label in East Africa that has nurtured a bigger number of young talents more than Grandpa Records.
Okay.
If you remember Dufla, who's now a very big star, we got Dufla from, is it Samburu? He was looking after cows in Samburu. Yeah. When you talk about Gene Ideal, like all these artists, yeah. So for us, as Grandpa Records, our door is always open and we always go out of our way. We went to Il Chamus, we got Naiweti, the Il Chamus artist who can't read or write, but very talented, who won the Baringo Rising Star, and we gave him an opportunity right now. He's doing an album. So basically, we normally give artists, young artists, a chance every time.
All right, so even as you talk about the opportunities in Grandpa Records, would you say that there are artists that are in this record label that have also assisted you in your cause?
As I'm telling you, there are those like I can tell you someone like Waire, someone like Cindy Sanyu. Yeah, they've always assisted. They've assisted.
So they've really come through for you to ensure that your
Yeah,
cause.
they've really pushed for me. They really supported me.
Okay. So yeah, even in as
Yeah.
much as production has been stopped now, because I believe so many productions have actually gone on hold due to this pandemic. So and yes, we would want to be optimistic that this disease will soon end. What projects do you have at the record label? Again, especially for the young people there, or even just as
Uh,
Grandpa Records?
Projects in terms of music.
Yes, in terms of music.
Okay, basically, I told you the only thing we can do right now is recording, but other projects like performances and anything that need people to move out, everything has stopped now. For now, everything has stopped. The only thing we can do is an online recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my producer is just asking me to want to find out from you. Yes, tulituona kuna fimbo ya kwanza, ya pili, ya tatu, ya nne, anauliza ya sita inatoka lini?
Ya ine ndo inakuja
Ya
actually.
nne ndo inakuja.
Actually, it was
Featuring
supposed
who?
to learn.
Featuring who
Tell,
and who? Who are we likely to see in this next one?
tell him actually fimbo ya nne itakuwa ina land kwa mgongo yake.
Eh? Okay, now the last aspect, again, too much violence, Refiga. Someone would say, me kama binafsi, I would really like to go and help people in this informal settlements, or just someone would say, I would really like to come and assist these people in terms of ensuring they get the face masks, they get food, they get sanitizers. But there's this notion of people, especially in these setups, there's so much violence. Unaweza enda huko alafu hata wakuperembe. Is that really true? And can people really
Yes,
also come and assist from outside?
Mimi naongelea Kibera.
Uh-huh.
For Kibera, there's nothing like that.
So
There's nothing like that in Kibera.
okay, so what people say is just all fallacy and lies? Nothing like that at all?
Rumors, perception.
Rumors, perception. Okay.
Yes, because wanaona sisi watu wa ghetto ni watu hatari.
Thank you very much. That has been Refiga Heavyweight talking to us about giving back to the society.